Welcome back to the grind. Today we're going to talk about the new Atlas Withermoon season, during which you'll be able to earn this rider Crom, which we'll talk more about shortly. First, I wanted to go into quickly how I did this season in Atlas. I got 1.9 million glory this season, and I was able to get the offensive elite lines and mythic line fully completed. I got the earth gear in the elite line, or in the mythic line for Gnarlith, and then I just claimed the first couple prizes on the defensive lines. I claimed mostly shards from those gear pieces so that I had enough extra shards for upgrading and crafting. There was unfortunately a lot of issues at the end of the Atlas season. I hope you were able to reach your goal. There was an issue with one of the events, the troop training event, and this was the way of compensating for the prizes that we were unable to claim. Plus, they also gave some extra prizes, including those badges for the upcoming Atlas season, which is kind of nice. I'm a little pleasantly surprised with the compensation they gave, but obviously it's not enough for everybody because some people lost out on prizes or the potential that they could have scored if they were able to claim those prizes initially, as well as the glory farming time that they lost. This is a list of all the prizes and the cost of each major branch in the Atlas season, which includes the 2 elite branches and the mythic branch. And then the Primarch buffs are different, and they will all be the same as last season. And then we'll also have a rider, Crom, coming this season, and the season structure will be the same as last season. Now, Crom is a defensive rider, which I'm not the most happy about because, for one, we just got a really good defensive rider, Leilani, last season. And the biggest thing is, I think me and a lot of other people were hoping for an invoker-focused rider from this Atlas season, or at least an offensive rider. I feel like there's never enough offensive riders, especially because they keep getting better. So a rider from a couple seasons ago is no longer nearly as good as the new ones. Here's a list of all Crom's potential skill points, which you can find in the forums. We don't have the skill tree yet, so I'm not sure what the potential stats for him are, but the max stats, if you add all of his skill points up, there are 28% building attack, 23% building HP, 16% lumber production, 8% food production, and 10% construction reduction time. Now, you won't be able to get all of these bonuses. You'll have to pick and choose between a couple of them, but until we have the skill tree or the rider is released in game, we won't be able to know for sure what his potential stats really are. But if you compare it to Leilani's max stats the same way, Leilani had 21% building attack, 19% building HP, and 7% construction reduction time. So it does sound like Crom might have more potential to be a little bit better than Leilani, but again, we won't know for sure until we see the skill tree and we can see what combinations of these skills are actually possible. And at that point, I will release another video with my thoughts on him at that time. Well, I hope this was helpful. I hope you made your goals in last Atlas season, and good luck in the upcoming season.